Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we are diving into a critical or crucial topic about clean water and sanitation. Here are our PowerPoint presentation. Clean water, sanitation, and hygiene are fundamental human needs according to Martin 2023. This topic aligns with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal 6 or SDG 6. Ensuring access to clean water and sanitation is crucial for global and well-being of humans. As Martin pointed out in 2023, these are basic human needs like having clean water to drink and proper toilets to use. It's important because when people lack of this, it affects their health and well-being. Next slide please. Before we go further, let's talk about where this issue comes from. From ancient reservoir to modern water treatment facilities, progress has been made. Despite advancement, persistent challenges remain. Over time, we've made progress in getting clean water to people, from ancient times to today's modern water systems. But there are still problems we haven't solved. Next slide please. The topic, SDG 6, Clean Water and Sanitation aims to ensure universal access. Its goal is the availability of clean water and sustainable sanitation for all. Billions still lack access, disparities exist, and challenges persist. It focused about making sure everyone, no matter where they live, has clean water and a good toilet. This part of the United Nations goal, which is like a big plan for a better world. But even though we've made a progress, many people still don't have these basic things and there are big differences between places. Next slide please. Our research objectives. Our research objectives evaluate global initiatives for SDG 6 achievement, assess their impact on clean water and sanitation, and identify best practices and challenges hindering progress. Basically, through these objectives, we want to look at what different countries and groups are doing to solve this problem. We'll see if their efforts and making things better. We also want to find out what's working well and what's making it hard to help everyone to get clean water and toilets. Next slide please. Our goals. We're dedicated to evaluate global actions for SDG 6. Our goal is to provide insight for policymakers, organizations, and individuals, contributing to the UN Sustainable Development Agenda and enhancing global quality of life. We have come up to this title, Assessing Global Efforts Toward Clean Water and Sanitation. It's because we want to check now or how everyone around the world is working together to make sure everyone gets clean water and a good toilet. Our goal is to find ways to help leaders, groups, or regular people like you and me do a better job at making sure everyone has clean water and a good place to go to the bathroom to enhance the quality of life of everyone.
For our background of the study, in 2022, 3.5 billion people worldwide lack safe sanitation while 2.2 billion lack safe drinking water, highlighting the global of this pressing issue according to Martin 2023. 2 billion individuals were without access to even a rudimentary hand washing facility, while a staggering 653 million had no access to one. Furthermore, a substantial 2.2 billion people still do not have access to safely managing drinking water, including 703 million individuals without even a basic water supply that met safety standards. These alarming figures emphasize the significant global challenges in meeting fundamental human needs, highlighting the urgent need for action to ensure access to clean water, sanitation, and hygiene for all. Clean water and sanitation access is crucial for local economic development in affected nations and has broader global economic repercussions according to Global Watch Fast Facts 2023. Access to clean water and sanitation stands as a pivotal global challenge because a substantial portion of the world's population still lacks these fundamental necessities. Imagine the profound impact that clean water has on our daily lives, from drinking water and cooking to bathing and cleaning. Now picture a world where these basic resources are scarce or contaminated. This scarcity and contamination often result in dire health consequences. As it opens the door to waterborne disease, these illnesses can easily spread through communities, causing widespread suffering and, in some cases, even death. Beyond the immediate health implication, the absence of clean water and sanitation can have a far-reaching impact on the economic development of nations. So, in background of the study, we have three global nations that affected by SDG 6. So the first one is Sub-Saharan Africa. Sub-Saharan Africa is grappling with a severe water crisis, with over 40% of its population lacking access to clean water and sanitation, exacerbated by natural disaster, pollution, and resources limitation. According to World Health Organization, or WHO 2023, and according to Rodriguez 2019. The challenges related to access to clean water and sanitation are not confined to one corner of the globe. They affect numerous countries, and one striking example is Sub-Saharan Africa. In this vast region, comprising many nations, over 40% of the population grapples with the daunting reality of adequate access to clean water and basic sanitation. This means that the significant portion of the region lacks the fundamental resources required for a healthy and dignified life. What makes this situation even more dire is the fact that Sub-Saharan Africa is currently facing a water crisis that is taking a heavy toll on its communities. This crisis is further exacerbated by a combination of factors, including natural disasters like droughts and floods, the increasing pollution of water sources, and a shortage of essential resources. So the second one is India. India is grappling with a multifaceted water and sanitation crisis, exacerbated by water stress, surface pollution, limited access to water, and widespread lack of safe sanitation, according to Water Organization. So in India, a country with a massive population of 1.3 billion people, significant water and sanitation challenges pose substantial concerns for the well-being of its citizens. Chief among these challenges is the issue of extreme water stress, where the demand for water far outstrips the available supply. This situation arises due to a combination of factors, including the excessive extraction of groundwater, inefficient water management practices, and the rapid growth of the population. When water becomes exceedingly scarce, its scarcity affects nearly every aspect of life, from agriculture and industry to the basic daily needs of households. These challenges become even more apparent when we examine the statistics. Approximately 91 million people, equivalent to 6% of the total population, lacks access to safe water, which means they must rely on potentially unsafe or unreliable water sources. An even larger proportion, a staggering 746 million individuals, making up 54% of the population, do not have access to well-maintained household sanitation facilities. These facilities are crucial for upholding hygiene standards and preventing the spread of diseases. The third global country that is affected by this issue is Yemen. Yemen's water scarcity, exacerbated by climate change, population growth, and conflict, leaves 18 million people without safe drinking water and sanitation, threatening agriculture, food security, and nutrition, according to Water, Sanitation, and Hygiene Organization. So, consequently, accessing a sufficient and healthy diet becomes increasingly challenging for the people of Yemen. The consequences of this situation are severe. An estimated 18 million Yemenis A substantial portion of this population lacks access to safe drinking water and proper sanitation facilities. This lack of access creates a grave public health risks, elevating the risk of waterborne disease and threatening basic hygiene and overall well-being.
In the local settings in the Philippines becomes a more alarming in educational institutions. 55% of schools lack access to reliable, safe water supply. 26% lack of adequate sanitation facilities. Despite experiencing economic growth, the Philippines engaged with significant problems concerning the provision of water and sanitation access. So basically, despite the economic growth, the Philippines is having major problems because more than half of 55% of the school in the Philippines do not get enough and clean and safe water. This is a serious issue because clean water is a critical to health of students and teachers. Its lack can cause water-related disease and can cause absenteeism by students and teachers. And this 26% indicates that more than 20% of school lack proper sanitation facilities. They cause hygiene and health problems in the school, lack of adequate sanitation facilities, can cause poor condition of school restroom, which can cause spread of disease and discomfort for students and teachers. This statistics shows that even with economic development, there are still areas in the Philippines that are not given enough attention when it comes to basic needs such as clean water and proper sanitation. It is a challenge for education and health authorities to allocate sufficient resource and management to solve this problem in school.
Hello everyone. This time, I want to discuss to you about these 5 successful government initiatives that have helped improve water and sanitation practices. These are Singapore, India, Rwanda, Kenya, and the Philippines. First, let's look at the Singapore's New Water Program. New Water Program in Singapore enhances water security and climate change resilience by constantly recycling water, reducing the need for major water storage facilities and freeing up limited land for other uses by New Water in Singapore 2018. This means that instead of relying on traditional water sources like rivers and reservoirs, Singapore has developed a system that recycles used water into high-grade drinking water. By doing so, it reduces the need for major water storage facilities and frees up limited land for other uses. Since its launch in 2003, New Water has become a major source of water supply for Singapore, accounting for 40% of the country's total water demand. Hubbles reports that New Water has contributed to a 30% increase in Singapore's total water supply since it launched in 2003. This means that nowadays, New Water has contributed to a 30% increase in Singapore's total water supply since the launch. Next slide, please. Now let's turn to India's Swat Bharat Abhiyan, also known as SBA. This Indian government-sponsored initiative that aims to promote cleanliness and tackle sanitation-related issues across the nation by April 2023. This aims to promote cleanliness and it tackles sanitation-related issues across the borders. One of the main goals of SBA is to end open defecation, which is a major public health issue in India. Through the construction of million toilets, SBA has successfully reduced open defecation in rural areas in India. As of 2019, around 110 million toilets have been constructed across the country, providing over 600 million people with access to toilets. This has helped improve the overall health and well-being of people in India. Next slide, please. Next, let's look at Rwanda's community-based environmental health promotion program, or also called the CBHEPP. The community-based environmental health promotion program in Rwanda aims to decrease the national disease burden through behavior change and improve sanitation practices by ECANE 2020. The main goal of CBEHPP is to encourage changes in behavior through initiatives led by the community, such as building latrines, hand washing stations, and as well as promoting good hygiene practices. According to a report by the United Nations Development Program, or UNDP, the program has contributed to a significant reduction in waterborne diseases and has improved access to sanitation facilities in Rwanda. This has helped improve the quality of life for people in Rwanda.
Kenya, the Kenya Integrated Water, Sanitation and Hygiene, or KIWASH, program is a 5-year initiative funded by the United States Agency for International Development, USAID, that aims to improve access to water, sanitation, and hygiene services in Kenya, according to McKinley 2020. KIWASH focuses on improving water supply, systems, sanitation facilities, and hygiene services in target communities. According to a report by the International Water Association, or INWA, KIWASH has been successful in improving access to water and sanitation facilities in target communities. In Kenya, it's classified among the most water scarce in the world. Furthermore, the active initiative, the clean water and sanitation practices. They promote a program which is called the KIWASH. This program is aimed to strengthen complementary aspects of clean water and sanitation among the people in Kenya. Also, they gave knowledge, norms, and individual motivation to people and provide the access of safe water and sanitation. In Philippines, Sagana at Ligtas na Tubig para sa Lahat program or Salintubig is a Philippine government initiative with the aim of providing safe and clean water to underserved and unserved communities in the country, according to Salintubig. Philippines is our country, has a most population of more than 95 million people. Approximately 1/3 of the country's population inadequate sanitation and is a serious problem. However, they promote program na Sagana at Ligtas na Tubig para sa Lahat. So, this program aims to aid in the achievement of the goal of the providing safe water to the entire country. Also, the program aims to contribute to the attainment to the safe water and sanitation to support of the to get defined in the motivational and global commitment in both internationally and in the Philippines. The problems have not yet been fully remedied. Because worldwide, millions still lack access to clean water and billions lack sufficient sanitation systems, including illnesses caused by water. Therefore, eradicating all water and sanitation issues remains a crucial goal that requires continual efforts, innovative solutions, and of unwavering commitment. In my conclusion, Goal 6 aims to provide and sustainably manage water and sanitation for all people. Clean water and sanitation have become essential for maintaining the health of both people and the environment. Goal 6 addresses relating to drinking water, sanitation, and hygiene, or WASH, as well as the quality and sustainability of water resources globally. So we can make the world healthier and more eco-friendly by ensuring that everyone has access to these basics. When asked what would most improve their life, the majority of people in developing countries value having access to clean water and sanitation for good reason.
So, in my conclusion, or to sum it up, aside from the global and local initiatives here in the Philippines or any world to combat this issue, I concluded that to help solve clean water and sanitation problems, it's important to start within ourselves. We should learn about this issue and care in making a difference. By getting involved in projects, helping our communities and sustainable ideas, each of us can be part of the positive change. When we understand and act, we not only help solve problems, but also inspire others to do the same. Together, with knowledge and kindness, we can create a future where everyone can access clean water and sanitation.
In my conclusion, clean water and sanitation represents a critical global commitment to ensuring that all individuals have access to safe and reliable water sources and proper sanitation facilities. This goal is not only essential for improving public health and well-being, but also for addressing broader sustainable development challenges such as poverty reduction, gender equality, and environmental sustainability. While significant progress has been made in some regions, many communities around the world still lack access to clean water and adequate sanitation, especially in rural and marginalized areas. Achieving SDG 6 requires concerted effort at local, national, and international levels, with a focus on innovative solutions, increased investment, and effective governance.
In my conclusion, clean water and sanitation goal is not only a humanitarian imperative but also a critical component of sustainable development. This is the most important goal for humanity and access to clean water, safe drinking. Along with the proper sanitation facilities, also it is a foundation of sustainable development as it not only improves the quality of life but also helps protect ecosystem and promote economic growth. Solving the issues related to clean water and sanitation requires an approach that addresses the unique challenge faced by different regions and communities. By working together, we can make significant strides towards ensuring that everyone has access to safe and clean water and sanitation facilities, improving the lives of billions of people worldwide.
In my conclusion, clean water and sanitation is an important goal that aims to provide access to clean water and sanitation for everyone in the world. Although some progress has been made, there is still a lot of work to be done to achieve these goals. The lack of access to clean water and sanitation affects vulnerable populations, especially in developing countries. Achieving SDG 6 requires investment in infrastructures, education, and new technologies, as well as addressing issues like water pollution and climate change. Access to clean water and sanitation is a fundamental human right that is crucial for public health, economic development, and environmental sustainability.